Legacy Open live from St. Louis.
Yeah, for having the higher seed, he's a 6 seed. Edward is going to be on the play, more than likely. He gets the choice at least. Jamie was the 7 seed and took down the 2 seed in the quarterfinals, setting up this this matchup.
I think they're waiting for the go-ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Say it louder. I think they heard you. Or at least they're shuffling each other's decks now, so. Oh. It looked like they were waiting for a go-ahead, didn't it?
I'm fine if they start playing.
That would be awesome.
I'm really excited. I love that both decks have ampersands in their name.
It's the ampersand mirror.
Yeah.
Death and taxes.
And show, death
show.
and taxes.
It's a tag team match, like, so it's death versus sneak, but if he tags in taxes, it's taxes versus sneak, but sneak can tag in show and fight taxes. Yeah, anyway.
Who do you like in the death versus show matchup?
I don't know. I'm not even sure how to evaluate that matchup. All right, we are underway. Scalding Tarn on turn 1 for Edward Stewart. Immediately cracks it. Goes to 19, finds a beautiful John Avon.
I'm rooting for Edward Stewart now. Plays my preferred basic lands. I was gonna refer if Jamie, if you play a an unhinged basic planes, I will continue to be impartial then.
You need to regain my impartiality.
Ponder for Edward Stewart.
That is my favorite island as well, or favorite basic land as well. I think a lot of people like that one.
Yeah, those are the ones I play with. I have a stack of about 20 of each of them.
Yeah, I think I have about the same.
I get really mad whenever I have to play more than 20
yeah, more than 20
basic land.
Like, oh, come on, really? And of course, those lithographs, those John Avon lithographs, are also available through StarCityGames.com. All right.
Sorry, Jamie.
It's a nice one, a nice full frame basic planes, but Zendikar not as good as Unhinged.
But he does have he doesn't have a very good turn 1 play. Jamie does. Aether Vial among the best. But here comes Show and Tell.
Immediately.
Do you have a Caracas? Do you have a Mangar of Corondor? What do you got? Jamie knows what he wants to put in.
Yeah, Edward's still thinking about it.
Yeah, I would make Edward commit to his. That's not a good one.
Yeah, Phyrexian Revoker, not good in this particular situation.
Yeah, not against Emrakul.
Aether Vial ticks up.
I would imagine Phyrexian Revoker naming Sneak Attack. Wow! Wow, look at you, Jamie Scheffer.
Top deck.
Combo. Phyrexian Revoker, Caracas. Game over.
Boom. I will bounce your Emrakul. Thanks for the free Revoker. Swing.
Just in the nick of time.
Yeah, really. I mean, it was looking pretty bad if Jamie didn't.
Yeah, I think it was Caracas or bust.
Yeah. So, Jamie able to find an answer for the turn 2 Emrakul, and Edward now reading Phyrexian Revoker. Why don't we
Sneak Attack?
Phyrexian? Yeah, we actually want to confirm what that was. We assume Sneak Attack. Wasteland for Jamie's gonna.
I do not like your Ancient Tomb.
Now he looks like he hit the Scalding Tarn, or no? Probably
using in response.
Yeah, probably hit the tomb.
Oh, it was named Gristlebrand.
Okay, interesting. So, Sneak Attack.
Sneak Attack still alive.
Right, and Gristlebrand, 7 mana or 7/7 lifelink isn't so bad. Just doesn't draw cards.
That's reasonable to name. Do you reveal both cards?
What do you mean?
With Show and Tell, you reveal both cards before you have to name Phyrexian Revoker.
Yes.
Okay, so I think Jamie made a slight miss by just on his name, because
he knows that Edward has Gristlebrand now, right? Yeah, you're right. Like, he knows about Emrakul, not Gristlebrand. But he named Gristlebrand anyway.
Well, Sneak Attack is a card that he needs to be worried about.
Yeah. Meantime, Vial ticking up, not doing really anything. just yet.
Listed import. So that'll tie up Edward's mana. Edward does not have too much in the way of
upkeep. Tap your island. Meantime, just getting bringing the Phyrexian and Revoker beat down.
So yeah, I mean, the Revoker is going to do quite a bit of work. And then you'll see the mana denial elements of Jamie's deck right here.
You see a second port in his hand.
I believe there's also a Wasteland.
So Revoker again knocks Edward to 8.
So Wasteland, your Volcanic. Maybe even play a Thalia. And you can still leave up the Caracas for any crazy Lotus Petal shenanigans that fuel a sneak attack.
Yeah, not getting a good look at Jamie's hand, but I know there's at least another port. He is
gonna
actually
go
going
with,
to go with the Thalia.
Thalia.
That's like tapping down another land.
Yes. That's actually Force of Will is gonna stop that.
Removing Misdirection. Doesn't change the clock despite knocking Edward down to 7.
No, tap your Volcanic Island.
Yeah, tap your Volcanic Island on upkeep. Edward draws for his turn.
Pretty good draw on Mountain. He's going to need plenty of lands to... he's going to need a sneak attack too at some point.
Yeah, right now he's got Show and Tell, but obviously Caracas will put the brakes on anything. There you see the second port.
So.
Wasteland on the Volcanic Island. Jamie Scheffer with the bringing the beats with the Phyrexian Revoker. Edward down to 5. And
quite the 2-1.
Yeah.
He never played mana for one of his creatures this game. He
Yeah, you're right. He did pay for the Thalia, but the Thalia got countered.
Even Mind Sensor?
Mind Sensor.
Shut down some
going
fetch
to,
lands?
I think it's more about
just attacking for 2?
Attacking, yeah.
It's a great thing to do.
Knock you to 1. And I'll play Mother of Runes.
And we're done.
Looks like, yeah, we're gonna go to a game 2. So Jamie Scheffer with a timely Caracas off the top.
Dead if he doesn't
threatens to win on turn 3. Right, like he has the Emberful turn 2.
Show and Tell.
Threatens to win on turn 3. I mean, technically, I guess it's not winning if you just swing and knock him down to 5, but you know, unlikely to pull that out without that top deck Caracas, of which he has
4
how many?
Caracas.
4 main deck, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 4 main deck Caracas. So pretty crazy. So we saw Jamie.
Before we go to sideboard, we have some business to take care of.
That's right.
We have some trivia.
We do.
If you would like to win 6 months of Star City Games Premium,
Yeah.
Joey's right here is going to ask you a question. You're going to tweet your answers to the hashtag SCG Premium.
Yeah. Down there.
Your weatherman skills are improving.
They're getting better. I just aim for the middle. So yeah, all you have to do is tweet the answer. Include that in your tweet. We will see it. One random correct answer will one random correct answerer.
Yes.
Will win.
Just the answer itself does not win.
Right. Exactly. We'll win 6 months of SCG Premium. So for 6 months, we have another question related to our Grand Prix Miami events coming up. It's of course coming up at the end of the month in Miami, of all places, for GP Miami. At that event, Star City is debuting Series 2 of the Star City Games tokens, featuring several Star City Games personalities. The question is, who is the Knight token?
Yeah, so the tokens have different creature types this time. One of my favorite.
There's a goblin, there's a beast, there's a knight, which is the question.
Yep. One of my favorite people.
Yeah.
It produces content, lots of good ones, but we want the Knight token. Who is on the Knight token?
Yeah, in the Star City Games token Series 2. And of course, this person, along with the other 4, will all be present on the Friday before Grand Prix Miami for the meet and greet. Yep.
Get your token signed.
Yep. So very cool. Very exciting.
So get your answers in.
I
You have
love the
until-
tokens.
We will announce the winner at the end of this match.
That Kristen Plesko
Or this
artwork
round.
is excellent.
Nice.
Star City's got some really cool artists. We've got Liz Nugent doing the creature collection,
Mhm.
Kristen Plesko doing the tokens and various things. So I think she's done some playmats for the IQs.
Mhm.
Very, very cool stuff. Very
Yeah.
cool in-house artists, or I guess in-house is the right term. I don't actually know that they're in Roanoke, but you know.
Well, back to our
Pretty cool.
match. There's some sideboard cards for Edward Stewart that not too much in the way of anti-hate cards. I only see one card for certain coming for Edward Stewart. That is one copy of his Caracas. One of the last times he can use the old legend rule.
Yep.
But he just wants his Caracas to blow up Jamie's Caracas.
Right. If he had found his Caracas early there, that would have put the brakes on Jamie's defense. Or he could have found it to answer Jamie's Caracas and then show and tell Emrakul, which we know he had in hand because he had another show and tell. The Emrakul obviously was bounced. Could have come back into play safely.
And so with Jamie's deck, you would think a mono white hate deck would have a bunch of cards in the sideboard for an unfair matchup because that's where they need the most help. But Jamie actually just put them all in the main deck.
Yeah, he just starts. He's pre-sideboarded.
Yeah, so the only card that I can really see coming out of the sideboard is one Oblivion Ring.
Yeah.
That's a good, excellent answer to a show and tell.
Mhm.
You show and tell something into play, I'll Oblivion Ring it.
Yep.
So other than that, you see storm hate, like Mindbreak Trap, after there's one Canonist.
Some graveyard hate in the form of
Rest in
Grafdigger's
Peace.
Cage, Rest in
And
Peace.
yeah,
right?
and then some Enlightened Tutors to bring it together.
Yeah.
But for the most part, both players gonna rely on their main deck to pull them through. So actually, like
What do you think? You like Jamie's or
yeah, Jamie draws a Caracas again.
And again, he's got 4, so his deck is set up to have access to Caracas every game. Like, it's a card he wants to draw. We saw him draw Caracas, we saw him draw Wasteland, we saw him draw Port. In fact, we saw him draw 2 Wastelands and 2 Ports. So there you see Caracas. It is a legendary land from Legends, and adds a white, of course, and the most important line on their return target legend to owner's hand. And so, of course, that's what he used to defeat, or to at least handle, the Emrakul, and then defeat Edward Stewart in Game 1.
Caracas originally in Legends to defeat all the overpowered legends
Right.
such as Rubina Soulsinger
It's a tough
and
one.
Angus Mackenzie.
Those names give me nightmares. Mariki Ribera.
That card was good.
So yeah, of course, with our current legend rule as it is now, Edward has a one of Caracas that is able to effectively wasteland Jamie's Caracas, or vice versa. Essentially, he can put his Caracas into play, and that makes Jamie's first Caracas just a dead card. They just destroy each other. So we are on our opening
Other than
sevens.
that, I think Edward's really behind it. Another way to defeat Caracas is sneak attack. If you can pay a red mana, an extra red mana, you can just put the guy right back into play.
Sure. Yeah. So
So Jamie will need a Phyrexian Revoker to shut that line of attack down, or a Mangard Corando.
yeah, the scary thing is, okay, so he goes sneak attack, Emrakul. I mean, what do? You if you bounce him immediately and he just pays red and puts it back down, your Caracas is tapped and Emrakul's back into play.
Yes.
If you tap if you wait until he attacks with Emrakul, well,
sack
you
6
probably
permanents.
don't have Caracas for very long. Despite, you can probably activate your Caracas and bounce the Emrakul, but you then have to deal with the Annihilator triggers. So,
And going to keeping up with the other match, Chris Anderson up a game against Alex Marth. So
yeah, that's Rug Delver versus Blue Black Tezzeret.
So Chris one game away from the finals. It's like we have a mulligan from Edward.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's a scary.
he really needs a good draw. He had
Yeah.
a good draw game 1.
He did. Jamie had a good top deck.
Yes.
Sometimes it's the top card.
only
In fact,
5.
he's actually on 5. Didn't realize he had mulliganed already. So, is it a keepable 5?
I see a Caracas in Jamie's hand.
A Scalding Tarn from Edward to start things off. Immediately cracks that to find that same old unhinged island that we saw off the first Scalding Tarn in the
beautiful
first
island.
game.
Beautiful lithographs.
Yes.
On the unhinged lands.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so Edward potentially going to ponder here, maybe? That's what he did game 1. No, he's going to pass.
Just gonna pass.
And a Wasteland off the top for Jamie. He's going to play Rishadan Port and an Aether Vial. So both players with a very similar opening to the previous game, although Jamie's Rishadan Port was came later in the match, but turn 1 Aether Vial. Scalding Tarn number 2 for Edward, and he's going to fetch up. Looks like he passed an Unhinged Mountain, so it looks. Oh no, there it is. He assumes. I assume he's going for that mountain, but he's
only has 3
considering.
basics in his deck. 2 islands.
Oh, he goes with
and 1
island.
mountains.
Okay.
So
Decides on another copy of an Unhinged Island. So second turn, same as the first for Edward so far. And let's see if he's got a play. No, he passes. Alright, Jamie ticks up his Aether Vial. Aether Vial that did absolutely nothing last game,
Yeah,
except
more
for
or
ticking
less.
up. Yeah. No, I mean, it really did nothing but hang out and tick up. Like, Jamie plays Wasteland, passes the turn, and upkeep taps one of Edward's islands with the Rishadan Port. There you see Scalding Tarn number 3 for Edward.
this one cannot get an island.
No,
So
but he's got a mountain.
a slight variation on
Yeah.
his turn 1 and 2.
Now, the
It's actually
interesting
not
thing
a
is,
bad way to start a game. You're just basically developing your mana. You're gonna try and build up for, a good sneak attack is probably the safer avenue to win a game,
Sure.
other than a show and tell.
as we mentioned about how it kind of goes around the Caracas
Yeah.
plan.
Okay, that's it.
Jamie says,
Look
how
at
many
my
cards in your hand?
even mind sensor. I just drew.
He's got Wasteland, he's got Caracas, I believe he's also just got a basic Plains, which of course, there it is, he plays. Moves it right over to Rishadan Port.
Yeah, so Rishadan Port also often gets a buddy land.
Yeah, the Soul Bond,
So you can,
the lands there.
so you can tap them both at the same time to activate it.
So he does that on
Oh, wow.
Edward's upkeep.
Look at that.
Very, very potent card right now.
Blood Moon from.
Blood Moon from Edward is going to make it so Caracas and Rishadan Port
Oh wow, that card's amazing.
don't work at
I did
all.
not think about
I
that.
didn't even see it in there. Like,
Yeah,
there's
it's
a-
in the sideboard. It's right there.
The way he wrote that, it didn't even realize it's right
the
there.
biggest deal of that card, Caracas, now a mountain.
Yes, not very effective, and so that's trouble for Jamie.
Yeah, that
Big
turns
trouble.
on.
Yeah, there's the Blood Moon. Non-basic lands are mountains.
Yeah.
So that means Jamie currently has in play Mountain Plains.
Yeah, the Blood Moon original that Edward has in play
Yeah.
originally from the dark.
Jamie tries to tap something, but Edward points out, no,
Try
Blood
again.
Moon, Rishadan Port is a mountain. It doesn't actually Rishadan Port anything. It's a mountain in an import. Alright, so end of turn, Avon Mind Sensor off of the Aether Vial. Top deck is Thalia.
In for 2.
And Jamie gonna go on the beatdown plan now with Avon Mind Sensor. Looks like he's going to cast Thalia.
Mm-hmm. Guardian of Thraben. That'll make Edward's already expensive card just a little bit more expensive. Oh wow. One of the cards I believe in Edward's hand, I did not see this earlier, but it does get turned off by Avon Mind Sensor is Intuition.
Huh.
Edward has 2 copies of Intuition. Pretty much the
And he's
worst
reading-
impulse anybody's ever seen. with an Aven Mind Sensor in play. You get the worst of 3 of the 4 cards. You get pretty much get the second worst of your top 4 cards.
So Ponder from Edward, he's shuffling, gonna get a fresh
paid
card
2 for it. As Thalia requires.
Yes. Alright, Ponder
Draws a random card.
yep. And goes to the graveyard. Finds an ancient tomb. Of course, that's a mountain.
Yeah, finds a mountain.
As is the volcanic island there.
If I were Edward, I would be playing, Lotus Petal.
Has to pay for it.
Yeah.
Of course, that's a mountain. Yeah, Lotus Petal now costs 1 because of...
Yeah, I think Jamie was trying to write down 2 damage from the jam.
Yeah, but again, Blood
Nope.
Moon,
It's a mountain. Got a non-basic land? It's a mountain.
So this is, I believe, still end of Edward's turn. Jamie.
Think about going on a Flicker Wisp, maybe? Aether Vial? I think that's what is it. I can't imagine why he wouldn't. This, Flicker Wisp can do some fun things. Most notably blinking various things. If we can bring Flicker Wisp on screen, I believe you can blink any permanent until the end of the turn. So
Jamie decides not to do anything there, even though he thought about it for a while. Finds another Aether Vial, attacks him with Thalia, and Aven Mind Sensor are going to knock Edward to 11. And he has Mother of Runes there. He's got... There you see Flicker Wisp. Okay, he casts the Mother of Runes. Flicker Wisp, 3/1 for 3, flying. You can remove another permanent from the game.
Really cool interaction if Edward should show and tell something in the play. Jamie can just Flicker Wisp, Vial in the Flicker Wisp, remove the Blood Moon temporarily.
Yeah, and then
Caracas the big legend.
So Edward passes the turn yet again. Jamie goes on the offense.
I actually think Edward should just blink it in now because, as he does, he blinks it, puts in Flicker Wisp, and that's 7 power in play, and that's lethal. And he has the Mother of Runes to protect from any shenanigans, and basically that's only
the Blood Moon.
Yeah.
Probably start using, maybe we use a Wasteland, use the port.
Mm-hmm. And so this should do it. Jamie,
yeah, it's looking good. He's just going to tap something here.
Weirdest beatdown deck you've ever seen.
Yes. Extremely strange beatdown deck.
Is going to make the finals of the Star City Open here in St. Louis. Jamie Scheffer, you are our first finalist.
Yes. With with Death and Taxes, under 17 minutes to take down Edward Stewart in 2 games with just the right disruption.
An absolutely underplayed deck.
And it looked bad. I thought I was scared for Jamie once I saw that Blood Moon.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it was like, oh, I think that we are gonna. He's gonna have to go to Game 3 and hope that the Blood Moon doesn't show up.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
But yeah.
As it turns out, Edward was not able. He only started on 5 cards.
Right.
So he's probably not able to put together a cheater and a cheat E.
Yes. So not able to capitalize on what that Blood Moon was doing for him at all, and he ended up kind of flooding in a way.
Yeah. After a while, Jamie even had him had it covered with the Flicker Wisp.
Yeah, exactly. Once he had that Flicker Wisp, it was almost like the Blood Moon didn't matter because as you mentioned, all he needed was one opening to be able to kind of deal with whatever creature that is. So Flicker Wisp and Vial in the Flicker Wisp, deal with the Blood Moon temporarily, just enough time to have Caracas available to bounce whatever legend it is that was there, and then
it was a really cool line.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's probably one of the reasons you don't see it all that much. There's a bunch of weird interactions you kind of have to know to get the most advantage out of your deck.
Right. See, even Mind Sensor doing work against Intuition, where it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
my Intuition seems awful. I get to search for 3 cards in my top 4.
Yeah.
And you get to pick which one I get.
Yes.
So look at the top 4. Which one do I really not want? That one's going on top, and I'm going to draw it next turn. Oh wait, no. You shuffle after, don't you?
You
Shuffle
put the
after
other, you
shuffle after.
after.
It's not like an impulse. Or no,
Correct.
yeah. You shuffle after. It doesn't matter. But still,
put the
you pick the
cards
one you
you-
don't want, and
yeah.
then you get the worst one. So, kind of a funny little impulse, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
But we still have another match going on. We know that Chris Anderson was up a game last we heard versus Alex Marth. Chris Anderson on the Blue-Black Tezzeret deck that he top 8'd in Nashville with, and Alex Marth
playing Rug Delver. We did see him on camera. He loves his singletons.
Yeah.
He has 4 singletons in his main. He was the person that played against the Enchantress deck in one of the rounds you were missing.
Yeah, I missed most of that, but
I saw him. He misdirected a Utopia Sprawl onto his own tropical island, so he would get the mana and his opponent wouldn't. And that was his play. And he ended up winning in extra turns.
Oh, okay. So
On that
tight
match,
match.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to take a peek over there and see what we can see. Players still crowded around. I'm sorry. Audience members, I suppose, still crowded around the table over there. So that game is definitely still underway.
And so when we join them, they'll be sideboarded. So Alex Marth has access to all of the following singletons. Misdirection, probably not. Spellstare, maybe if he's on the play.
Which he would be.
Yeah,
Oh.
Gitaxian Probe. Fire Ice, probably not. Spell Pierce, probably. Vendilion Click.